Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Ocelot Lynx in Grand Theft Auto Online. This was one of my favorite cars back in the day. I haven't driven it a whole lot recently, but I still do really like the car. I'm looking forward to customizing it. Let's get into it. Alright, so the armor, brakes, engine, transmission, and the turbo are already done on this car because I've customized it before. We're going to start off with the bumpers. For the front bumpers, we have 4 options, or I guess 5, including stock. You have the painted and carbon splitter, sports grille, custom chin spoiler, with the extreme aero front bumper. I'm honestly just going to keep the stock front. I like it the best. I don't think many of these look that good. Like that one's okay, that one's okay, but I just like the stock the best, I think. For the rear bumpers, we have the carbon rear bumper, the painted rear bumper, the painted rear diffuser, the painted bumper and diffuser, and the carbon rear diffuser. Honestly, I feel like the painted rear diffuser kind of looks the best, so we're gonna go for that one. For the chassis, we can add a roll cage to this car. If I was making it a race car, I would, but honestly, there's no need to make this thing a race car, so I'm just not going to. For the exhaust, we can do an oval exhaust, chrome tip exhaust, race exhaust, or a titanium exhaust. I honestly like to look at the race exhaust the best. I think we're gonna go with that one. For the hood, we can do a performance hood, double vented hood, scooped hood, or the carbon vented hood. I think I'm going to go for the double vented hood. I like that look the best. For the lights, we're going to go xenon, of course. For the liveries, we have Zero Gas and Ocelot Racing. Both look really good, honestly, but I'm not going to add either of them to the car. But they do look pretty sick, I think. For the plate, we're going to go yellow and black, of course. For the respray, probably going to go for a metallic. I just don't know what color, though. Honestly, I just stumbled on Grace Red, and that looks really good, I think. So I'm going to go for Grace Red. For the secondary color, I think I'm going to go for a black because the secondary color actually does the mirrors and the roof. And I kind of like this thing with a black roof. We're going to go for that. I'm actually going to change the pearlescent because I don't really like it when the roof and the mirrors also look like they're red even though they're actually painted black. So I'm going to go for a black pearlescent on this. Looks pretty good, I think. For the skirts, we can go carbon skirts. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? For the spoiler, we can go for a mid-level spoiler, carbon wing, drift wing, the GT wing. I think I'm actually just going to leave the spoiler off of this car. I really don't think any of these options kind of fit with it, so I'm just going to leave it off. For the suspension, we are going to lower it all the way down. You get a decent amount of lowering with the suspension, so that's cool. For the wheels, honestly, I love how the stock wheels look, so I'm actually just going to keep them stock. For the tires, I've already got bulletproof on here, so there's not really much to do to this thing, and you can't do custom tires unless you actually put on different rims, so we're done with that. For the windows, let's tint those all the way out. Alright, I feel like this thing looks pretty good. Let's take it outside and do a little sound test and a review. Alright, let's take a listen to this thing. The Lynx is a pretty good sounding car. I'm a huge fan of how this thing sounds. I'm just a huge Lynx fan in general. Off the line, quite a bit of wheel spin. That car, of course, got in my way. This car is rear wheel drive only. I will show you guys that right now. As you can see, it's rear wheel drive only. Alright, so the Lynx has a, pretty good performance, but it's not great, especially for the sports category. Obviously, we have the Italia GTO, we have the Italia RSX, we have the Pariah. The Lynx doesn't really match up with any of those cars in any category. The top speed is pretty low. The acceleration is good, but it's not that great. And the handling is, also just, okay. It's good enough. That being said, for free mode, I think the Lynx is a great car. I love the Lynx. The handling is, it's pretty responsive. It feels good. It kind of understeers, but it also kind of oversteers. It's kind of got like a weird balance to it, but generally it feels very good. You guys will see that once we get into the corner twisty section right here. The Lynx does feel quite planted, even though it doesn't even have a spoiler on it, but it doesn't really want to spin out here, but it does almost like understeer just a tiny little bit. Like it's almost perfect, but it's just not quite. But that's honestly not a knock on the Lynx. I think this car is like absolutely fantastic. The handling is actually, probably its best feature, really. The acceleration's good, don't get me wrong, but the handling is definitely a bit of a standout feature with the Lynx. You can also get the car to drift if you want to. You can handbrake it and it drifts like, kind of nicely. It's not, obviously one of the best cars, but, it can drift. It can also handle it, decently well. And the acceleration is not bad either. But yeah, the top speed is definitely not, one of the highest. It's not one of the lowest either, but, it's not worth noting, I don't think. Anyway guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review. I'd highly recommend picking up a Lynx, although it is kind of an expensive car, so if you can, I'd say wait until it's actually on sale. I feel like that's a way better deal, because I believe it costs about $1.8 million to buy just regularly, so definitely if you can, wait till there's a sale for it. It is a very good car. With that being said, I would highly recommend it, even at full price, but I would advise, you should probably wait till it's on sale. I don't know when the next sale is going to be, but whenever it does go on sale, I would definitely say pick one of these things up. Anyway guys, that's it for the customization and the review today. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, if not dislike, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.